coming to the anomalies of the pinna, there is no pinna at all. Absence of pinna is called as anosia, or you can see an ill-developed small peanut-like pinna can be developed. This is called as peanut ear, and preauricular tags or appendix or excess skin or cartilage goes here. Simple surgical excision will do the need. And pinnaplasty is done at the age of 6 years. The reason for this is costal cartilage matures by the age of 6 years. So in order to reconstruct the absent pinna, you need some material, cartilage material. That cartilage material is taken from the chondral cartilage, and this cartilage will be able to taken as a graft material by the age of 6 years. So for reconstruction purpose, you can use this chondral cartilage rib graft, cartilage graft by the age of 6 years. So you have to wait till 6 years and then you have to go for pinnaplasty. And also the pinna almost attains near adult size by the age of 6 years. So it's always better to wait till 6 years and reconstruct the pinna equal to that of the adult size. Now, also before the 6 years of age, under 6 years of age, cochlear implantation should be done. The age limit for cochlear implantation, that too in cases of only prelingual deafness. In cases of only prelingual deafness, under 6 years of age, cochlear implant has to be completed. And now coming to the hematoma of pinna, hematoma of pinna, the most common cause is trauma. This is most commonly seen in boxers and wrestlers, and this is between cartilage and perichondrium. So if you take the cross section of the pinna, you will be having a central cartilage piece, isn't it? And this cartilage on either side is surrounded by your perichondrium, and this on either side is covered by the skin on either side of the pinna, right? So this is the cross section of your pinna. Now, where does the blood collection occur? In between the cartilage and it's covering perichondrium. So, the perichondrium is very tightly attached to the cartilage, and when smallest, even slightest amount of blood collection in between these two layers will give rise to intense amounts of pressure causing pain, severe pain. So the patient will be having severe pain and swelling with a history of trauma the patient will be presenting to you. Now, so what is the treatment option for this? Immediate incision and drainage, because there is huge pressure inside, and this pressure can put pressure on the cartilage, on the surrounding cartilage, and that area of the cartilage can get necrosed. So if that area of the cartilage gets necrosed, what happens? There the deformity of pinna can happen. So to avoid that, you have to go for immediate incision and drainage, that is followed by pressure dressing. And if you are not going to treat properly immediately, then it may lead to a deformed pinna, that you call it as, you can see in the image here, that you call it as cauliflower ear, boxer's ear, pugilistic ear, wrestler's ear. So these are the names given to that. So immediate incision and drainage is also in case of septal hematoma. Immediate incision and drainage is the treatment, right? Not in case of this one, nasal bone fractures. In case of nasal bone fractures, you will wait for 3 to 5 days. But in case of septal hematoma, pinna hematoma, you will go for, or your peritonsillar abscess quinsy, you will go for immediate incision and drainage, right? A 55-year-old woman presented at the hospital with a reported history of ear trauma. Upon examination, there was swelling, tenderness, discoloration. So it's a case of pinna hematoma clearly. It may lead to pugilistic ear. Yes. It resolves spontaneously. No, it does not. You have to do incision and drainage definitely. It is caused by accumulation of blood in the perichondrial space. Yes, all cases should receive prophylactic antibiotics. Yes, definitely it should be given.